Hey everybody, it's Mikhail and I'm back with more predictions from the LA Finalists. Now I'm going to discuss the top 4 competitors because I feel like they're 4 of the top competitors on the show. And so far, out of all the regions, this has been the region with the most finishers. So let's start talking about Adam Rael. Now I heard a lot of great things about this competitor. He did win the Wolfpack Ninja World Tour. He did defeat Drew Dreshel. I think he did compete in some NNL comps. I'm not really sure of that, but he's been performing very well. So let's look at his run. So as you can see, he's going to the swinging pegboard. Not the best way to start off. Yeah, he's really struggling. He's grabbing the pegs, kind of using more upper body. Looked like he had problems gripping that. Then using some momentum to dismount, building it up, and he cleared. So it took him some time to clear that obstacle. His technique wasn't the best. Basically relied more on his upper body on that obstacle. Now the stair hopper, which I'm actually surprised a lot of people cleared this because it was a ninja killer last year in Philadelphia finals. So as you can see, he's kind of moving pretty quickly through this obstacle, trying to conserve that upper body for the final obstacle, using a lot of that explosive energy. As you can see, he's a very strong guy, very muscular. So he was able to get through that. Dismount was pretty good. Now he's on the final obstacle. Now this is probably one of the toughest obstacles ever in a city finals course. And let's see him attempt it. So he has pretty good momentum going up, really good. Now he looks like he's kind of fatiguing a little bit. Now he's stopped. So now he has the eyes now. And now he's about 25 meters up, but he's very strong, a very strong guy. Really fighting through that. Very relaxed on his face. Face basically like plastic, not losing his composure. And boom, he finished. He cleared the course. And a pretty good time, too. Now, my predictions for him in Vegas, even though he did clear it, he's already stage 3 bound. Should be able to clear both stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 3, I'm kind of concerned about his rock climbing ability because he did, especially on the swinging pegboards, his technique wasn't as flawless as these next competitors that I'm going to show. Really relied a lot on upper body. I don't think his techniques are the best, so I think the hang climb may be a little bit too tough for him. I don't know if he has a proper technique for that. I'm unsure, so I do think that would be his downfall. Anywhere between the ultimate cliffhanger and the hang climb, most likely I think he can advance all the way to the hang climb. So my prediction for Adam Rael, hang climb's 3rd stage. Now Sean Bryan, the Priest. Now let's get to his back half of the course. This is another breakout competitor who's having a pretty breakout year so far. Now look at his technique compared to Rael's. Basically just swinging like a monkey basically. Looking like Tarzan out there. Trying to grip, boom. Really using those pegs as momentum. So pretty efficient during this obstacle. Technique was way better than Adam's. Now he's about to attempt the stair hopper. Similar technique to Adam, really maintain that body control, keeping the L's. Exploding up, using that upper body strength that he has. And then good dismount. Now let's get to the elevator climb. Take a quick breather. So look at his technique, just basically cruising, just using that momentum, not really stopping. This is, I think, where Rael kind of stopped. Now he's grinning, he's grunting, so he already knows he's taxing. But look how he using all that screaming to really didn't take him that long on that obstacle. It took him about at least maybe like 15 seconds maybe. But great technique. Just kept maneuvering up, used a lot of momentum, didn't stop or pause. It's a great run. So my prediction for him in Vegas, I think he, once again, I think he can get far stage 3. Can get very far in stage 3. I think he could defeat the hang climb. I'm unsure because I do think they're going to switch those final 2 obstacles. If anything, the flying bar, they may increase the distance of it if they still have that obstacle. But in my opinion, I feel like he could advance to stage 4. He's stage 4 bound, just based off his run and what I've seen from him in the NNL comps. So my prediction for Sean Bryan would be final 2 obstacles on stage 3 to stage 4. Can he complete stage 4? I am not sure because I don't know what stage 4 looks like. But I think for him, final 2 obstacles, stage 3 to stage 4. Now let's discuss Charlie Andrews. Now he was on Team Ninja Warrior. He actually put on a very impressive run in Team Ninja Warrior for MIT. I was actually rooting for MIT. Unfortunately, they lost, but that was a great group of competitors that they had. And once again, he is a rookie. Right now, he is Rookie of the Year. And like I said before, there's going to be a lot of uprising rookies in the next few seasons because this sport has become so much popular. There's a lot of competitions like the National Ninja League, the UNAA. I think Mike Cook has an Ultimate Backyard course. So we're going to see a lot of these 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds coming on the show and getting really far as far as like city finals and possibly Vegas. So my prediction for him is, let's go to his run. And he is good friends with Josh Levin, so you know that he's going to be something special. My opinion, I actually think he could surpass Levin. I mean, the potential is great for this kid. Just watch his ad. Try to get to this obstacle. But he's a really good competitor, has a rock climbing background, which is very beneficial. I think if you have a rock climbing background, you can make it really far in the course as far as stage 4. Now let's get to the back half of the course. Let's get to the beginning of the stair hop. As you see him, he's clearing the salmon ladder. So he's using extra swings, and that's just due to lack of experience, but he's very strong, really conserving that upper body. Yeah, his technique is not as fluid as Bryan, but as you can see, he's still clearing the obstacle. And that's just due to his youth, you know, just has to practice on that. Building some momentum here. As we get to the stair hopper. So he's taking a slow approach, really making sure he maintains his body control. Didn't go out as aggressive as, he almost slipped there, as Bryan and Rael, but has great body control, making sure that bar is even. Very calm and collected, and as you can see, he is clearing. Not as efficient as Bryan and Rael, but he's still getting it done. Once again, due to lack of experience, you know, he's not going to come out here and look like a veteran. So, now the final obstacle. Great momentum. This is where rock climbing comes in because it's really maneuvering, you know, not stopping. Looks like he's getting a little bit fatigued, but he's basically at the top. So now he's fighting, but, you know, still keeping calm and collected, not panicking. As you can see, he's basically at the finish. Very relaxed. As you can see, finished. Now my predictions for Vegas for him, I think due to his lack of experience, I do think he's capable of advancing all the way to stage 3 at least and getting really far in stage 3. He could definitely defeat the hang climb. Once again, I'm unsure of those final 2 obstacles. I'm not sure what they're going to be, but I know they're going to be more difficult, more challenging than stage 3 in the past. So in my opinion, I feel like his downfall would be those final 2 obstacles. But I'm pretty optimistic about him because once again, he is Levin's friend. They train together, and Levin, who I'm about to talk about, is a very strong competitor. So the future is bright for him. But as of right now, I think he could advance all the way to, if he doesn't choke or stumble on an obstacle early on, I think he could advance to the final 2 obstacles in stage 3. Now Josh Levin, breakout rookie performance last year, just as Charlie Andrews. He was the only finisher in LA last season, really exploded on the scene based off of that finals run. As you can see, they actually started his run late, so let's get to the back half of the course. So similar to, I guess since Brian is longer, his technique is he's able to use his momentum to really swing. Leaving similar technique to Andrews, but once again his rock climbing background really takes place here because he's not panicking, has a lot of grip strength, building up momentum now, as you can see. About to make his dismount. Now, I was kind of concerned about Levin on this bar hop. It looked like he looked really uncomfortable on this. As you can see, taking his time, taking a slow approach to it. As you can see, really making sure that bar is even. Not a big fan of the technique, but once again, looks very calm, not panicking. He knows he's capable of clearing it. Just making sure the bar is even. But once again, this slow approach is kind of, downside of this is you're using a lot of grip strength and upper body. That is very needed in that final obstacle. Once again, he's making sure that bar is even. Great body control. He's not panicking. But he looked really uncomfortable in my opinion. I actually thought he may have slipped. He may have slipped on this obstacle, but still looking pretty good. Not as efficient as Charlie was, so just looking really struggling trying to place the bar on those rungs, and really exerting a lot of grip in upper body. But once again, he is a rock climber, one of the top rock climbers in the world, so I'm not surprised that he didn't fail. If that was another competitor, I'm pretty sure they would have failed towards the end. As you can see now, he's about to attempt the final obstacle, which this is right in his background, Great technique, very efficient. His face looks very relaxed, not really grinning like Brian. Very efficient, So there is no doubt in my mind that he wasn't going to complete this course. I mean, a lot is expected from him as of last season. So, my prediction for Levin in Vegas. Now, I will talk about this in my next video, but I think he is capable of advancing all the way to stage 4, if not completing the entire course. I feel like, especially on Team Ninja Warrior, his rock climbing background, he's proven himself. Mike Cook's backyard comp, he was the only finisher in stage 3, and then he climbed for how long that rope was, and less than a minute, like 52 seconds, something like that. So the future, I know that Levin's capable, especially on USA versus the world. There's no doubt in my mind a lot is expected from him. A lot of pressure will be put on him in Vegas. So if he knows how to respond to that pressure and if he's mentally focused, there's no doubt in my mind he can reach stage 4, if not complete it. So those are my predictions based off of those 4 finishers from the LA City Finals. Once again, if you like my video, feel free to comment and subscribe to my channel for more A&W videos. Peace.